Hello folks, excuse the awful lighting. Okay, so I like football kits, I like them a lot, so let's go over the Premier League away kit, shall we? We've done the home shirts, we've done the Championship home and away as well, so it's only fitting to do the Premier League's away shirts and then cover the third shirts for both leagues as well, so without much further ado, let's get into it. We'll start with Arsenal. When this was first revealed, I did not like it at all. I thought it looked ridiculous, I thought it looked like a fish, and I still think it looks like a fish. It's ridiculous. However, as time goes on, it is slowly growing on me. Don't get me wrong, it's a very funky looking shirt, and you'd expect it to be one of those jerseys that feel like very aerobic, if that makes sense. But upon closer inspection, the jersey's fine enough, I suppose. I just don't like how it follows the trend of having a naked back to make room for letters and numbers. If the shirt design doesn't suit letters and numbers in the first place, so that you have to remove the design from part of the shirt, then you shouldn't be making that design on the shirt, in my opinion. It just makes it look ridiculous. But for the most part, a lot of people say it's the worst away shirt in the league this year. I could probably agree, maybe, I'm not too sure. We'll get to that hurdle when we get to that hurdle, but at the same time, I actually don't mind it that much. I think it's just fine. At the end of the day, it's not awful, it's just fine, but it's borderline poor. Aston Villa are up next, and I think they've absolutely smashed it with this away shirt. If you look at the pattern on the shirt itself, if you look very closely here in the corners and stuff, it looks like, to me anyway, I'm an idiot, so take it with a grain of salt. It looks like the Aston Villa lion in a very abstract format, if that makes sense. But again, that's just me. And that's what I see. You might see something different, but I see that. I'd have no idea what's with these random spots on the back of the shirt. I think that's Castor's player performance version way of marking the shirt, like they do here on the side near the sleeves. It's very strange, but oh well. I like the light blue here on the collar. It's a nice little addition to keep that Aston Villa colour in there. Again, it uses Aston Villa colour on the badge, on the sponsor, and on the manufacturer's logo. Everything just comes together really nicely. If in my opinion, it's probably one of the best shirts in the 92 this season. I think it's a chef's kiss, personally. Of course, you're entitled to your own opinion. Just remember that this is mine, and I really like it. Bournemouth are up next, and this is a strange looking shirt. It reminds me of the Nike template that was going around 2 years ago, where the sleeves had this sort of pattern on them. It's quite horrible to look at on the eyes, to be honest. It really hurts the eyes, but at least the back pattern, it continues to pattern. The sleeves looking a bit naked, however, which is a bit strange. It does put me off a teeny bit, but for the most part, I haven't got much problems with it. I just think it really hurts my eyes, and it's not a very nice design. It looks like someone's just slapped someone, put the hand in ink, slapped it on a page, scanned it, turned it blue. Away shirt. It's literally just a fingerprint. It's poor in my eyes because it really hurts my eyes and whatnot, but again, it's okay. It's not quite fine, let's just say that. Brentford now, and it can't get much worse than this for Brentford, unfortunately. I have no idea why they've gone back to this badge, or why they've introduced this badge. If it's new or old, I have no idea. I think it looks ridiculous. If this is a classic badge, fair enough, but I think it looks ridiculous. The shirt itself is as bland as can be. It's just a blue shirt. There's nothing else here. There's nothing going on. It's incredibly boring. There's some faint lines on the shirt, and that's about it. It's lazy. Beyond belief, it's dog shit. Brighton now, and this is a Nike template, of course, but we'll assess it for what it is, and I suppose it's okay. Them Saudi colours. It does the back thing again, which is a shame, and it being black and not green might be a poor choice, but I'm not entirely sure. Depends what it looks like in action. But yeah, I don't know. This doesn't really, it doesn't stroke me the right way. The colour scheme of black and green is a nice one. I like the pinstripe white, but at the same time, the shirt itself, again, Nike template. The back thing, poor. Burnley now, and I've seen a lot of people give this one a lot of shit, and for good reason. Mainly it comes from betting sponsor. For some reason, nobody had problems with betting sponsors a couple of years ago, but all of a sudden, everybody hates betting sponsors. I don't mind a betting sponsor, provided it looks okay. Of course, it's not the right thing to be promoted on a football shirt, but at the same time, as long as it looks alright, I don't care. This one looks fine, I suppose. The whole thing going down the side of the shirt, like what Luton have done on their home shirt and what Preston had in 1995, it's a strange choice, to be fair. And I can't see why they've done it, and especially considering it don't carry on down the back. Well, I don't expect it to with this kind of design, because they never do. But yeah, I mean, it looks okay, I guess. It's yellow with the clarity type colour. The pattern itself looks alright, I guess. I don't know. It's gotten a lot more shit than I think it should get. It's poor, but it's not quite dog shit in my eyes. I prefer it over Brentford's. Chelsea now. Their home shirt received a lot of shit from me because I thought it was the ugliest thing I've ever seen. This is a bit more like it. The badge and the Nike tick, as far as I'm aware, doesn't use that stupid reflective thing. Still no sponsor, but it doesn't do that stupid reflective thing. It's plain white with a gold trim, and that looks nice. And in terms of the actual pattern itself, it looks like I'm at a fucking rave, like this is a light show or some shit, or a fishnet. I have no idea what it is. It looks quite strange for the most part, but it's a lot better than the home shirt, that's for sure, in my opinion anyway. It just looks like a, you know, like a gym template type shirt that you buy at Primark. Again, it's another. I think it's fine. It's not awful. It's not bad. I would probably wear this as a training shirt, but as an away shirt, not so much. Palace now, and theirs is quite unique. They've gone for the horizontal stripe, and the stripe itself has Crystal Palace Football Club 1861 written inside of it, which I think is a nice little detail. Blackburn Rovers have done something like this, where they've got, you know, the half and half, and inside the blue half it says Blackburn Rovers FC. But I don't like Blackburn, and I don't like their shirt, so that's, you know, that's why I don't like it. But at least with Crystal Palace, it's a club that I have no opinion on. And as a design for the shirt itself, it's not half and half. It's got like a mad taper going up it, and I don't mind that. The collar's quite nice. The sponsor being cinched in purple looks nice. It gets bonus points for being purple because that's my favourite colour. The sleeve sponsor actually blends in nicely here, and the badges being black and whatnot. It looks alright. Again, this is a great one, I think, personally. Borderline fine, but yeah, I quite like this one. Everton now, and this is harkening back to a retro shirt, and I think this is absolutely fantastic. They've done this with the home shirt as well. It looks retro. This is a modern jersey looking retro. The other ones pretty much kind of like the same style. It looks, but the thing is, instead of it being a retro pattern, it's a retro feel, if that makes sense. It doesn't just look retro, it feels retro. This one just looks retro, but with the modern jersey approach, and it's still a really good one. Again, people say this sponsor's horrendous. I actually don't mind it. Out of all the betting sponsors out there, it's one of the better ones in my opinion. I just like the font, I think. And with it being bold, white and bubbly like that, I quite like that bubbly style. I think it looks nice. But for the shirt overall, it looks really good. It's a shame the back is bland, but when it comes to a pattern like this, it's not that bad because it's half and half anyway, and it doesn't stop halfway. It's just fully plain, so it doesn't shoot itself in the foot. At the end of the day, it's still a chef's kiss shirt. It's absolutely beautiful. Fulham, this is quite lazy. It's literally just a plain pink jersey with Fulham's badge on it. If you like pink, you'll like the shirt. I like pink, but I don't like it enough to say it's a dog shit shirt. It's lazy. Liverpool now, when this shirt first got leaked, there was a lot of memes about it looking like a Minecraft thing, and I can agree, it looks like Minecraft. But it's not awful. It's just a half and half thing, but at least it does it in a sensible way where it follows the tapers around the shirt, so it doesn't actually look awful. But yeah, I think this isn't a terrible shirt by any means necessary. It, of course, is a reference, or a harken back, sorry, to the old Carlsberg shirt. I think it was like, what, 1995 or something like that? Yeah, it's definitely inspired by retro, and it's a good one to be inspired by, but the way they've modernised it by doing the pixel design, probably not the best idea in the world, but again, it's still not awful. It's grown on me a lot of the time. It's a great shirt by all means. It's just missing something to be chef's kiss, I think. There's parts of it that don't look right. Right, Luton are up next, and they've literally just inversed their home shirt. It's the exact same shirt with the colours inverted. Instead of it being orange and white, it's white and orange. It's a smart idea. Of course it's lazy, but at the same time it makes sense. Home and away, swap it over. Why don't you? You know, it makes the most sense in the world. Now, this Luton Town Football Club since 1885, I have no idea what's with the colours on the back. It's quite a bizarre array of colours, unless it's designed to represent what their shirts were like over the years, which I doubt, but let me know. But yeah, no, as far as this goes, it's fine. I don't have a problem with it. It's quite bland, but yeah, it's fine enough. It does the job. Man City now, this is one of the more recent ones to be revealed. I've seen a lot of people say mixed reviews on this one, but I quite like it. It's got a collar, so instant brownie points. It's not a full collar, it's one of those half collar things, but again, I actually don't mind that. The gold on, well, it's like a mad gold orange, like a sunset orange colour on the sponsor Puma and City's badge. Of course, this is likely to reflect the fact that they are treble winners and they've won every fucking thing for the last couple of years, but I don't know, it looks like a bronze more than a gold, which is a unique approach to take, because you'd expect gold to be the colour that they'd use like every other club does, but it looks more bronze to me, and I actually quite like it. It's different for a change, and of course it's got a subtle pattern on it as well. Never done that. As far as away shirts go, I really like it. I think it's a great shirt. Not quite chef's kiss, but yeah, great shirt. Man United next. When this one got revealed, I saw a lot of people give it a lot of shit, saying it's the worst shirt. But since it has been fully revealed and people have seen it in action, it looks a lot better. Now, the Team Viewer sponsor is still not a great one in my eyes, aesthetic wise, and the fact that it cuts off the design is a bit strange as well. However, and of course the back thing's disgusting, but as far as the thing goes itself, and when you look at it in action and people actually wearing it, because shirts look better in person, the subtle design on the shirt, the greyed out Man United badge, the overall colour of the shirt, the stripes going everywhere. I don't like striped shirts normally, but I quite like this one. I don't know, there's just something about it. It feels like an instant classic, if that makes sense. It's just one of those shirts that people will eat up in a couple of years' time. It's a great shirt, absolutely. Not a chef's kiss, but great shirt. Newcastle now. This is a funny looking one. Of course, they've gone for the Saudi green again, but I don't know what's going on with the pattern. It feels quite random. And the sponsor, of course, the sponsor this time around is different to what it has been for the last couple of years. And it looks better on the home shirt, but here it looks quite strange. Of course, the back's plain, as you'd expect. The Newcastle badge also being that colour to blend with the shirt. You can't really see the badge. It looks very strange. I don't know what the approach was here. I really don't, apart from it being Saudi green. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind the colour, and I don't mind the aesthetic and the pattern. Oh, I've just closed off the page. But as far as it goes, it's just a fine shirt, I guess. Nothing special. Right, Forest now. Their home shirt was probably one of my least favourites I've ever seen for a while, because it's just plain red, but at least this one tries to do something. I don't know what it tries to do, but it tries something. It's just got a funky pattern on it, and again, the back's plain, so it gets marked down for that. But yeah, I really don't understand why this is what it is. It's a strange one, to say the least, but again, it's not bad, it's just fine. It's at least it's got an appealing design, let's just say that. Sheffield United, again going sponsorless, and this is quite a simple shirt. Plain yellow with a black badge and a bit of red taper on it, which is quite nice. I actually quite rate it. To be fair, I don't know why they've gone sponsorless, but at the same time I don't mind. Yeah, I don't know why they're going sponsorless. It's a bit strange, but yeah, it's fine. It's harmless. I like the red taper and the half collar, which they've done for Millwall as well, the same manufacturer. But yeah, it's fine. Right, Spurs now. Spurs home shirts, as far as I'm concerned, are always plain. This is an away shirt I am a big fan of. Of course, like I say, it's got a collar, so instant brownie points, because I'm a sucker for a shirt with a collar. Especially this kind of collar. I don't know why. There's just something about a collar like this that I really like. Nike used the exact same collar on England's World Cup away shirt last year. Turn it down. And it's... I don't know. I just like this template. I believe it is basically identical to England's away shirt last year, just with a couple of colour changes. But the navy blue and the slight lilac purple is really fucking nice. I just don't understand why they have to go for the holographic badges. It looks horrendous. But yeah, as far as that goes, it's, I think personally, a very good shirt. Keep it simple, plain and easy, nice and lovely. I can't complain. I might actually put it in chef's kiss, just for the colour. I really like the colour. The badges just really drag it down for me, just that tiny little bit, but it still contends in my opinion. Right, West Ham now. Theirs is plain white. Similar to what they did last year, where it was white, but then on the third shirt, but then they had flames like spiraling up the shirt, which I thought was really nice. The badge this time is like a silvered out idea, I guess. The collar's nice, and the tapers on the sleeves and stuff like that, I quite like that. I really don't understand why they've gone for this approach with the badge personally, but oh well. Of course, it's got a holographic approach to it being, whited out like that, which again, holographic stuff, I think it's a bit cringe. But as far as a shirt goes, it's fine, I guess. It doesn't do anything offensive. It just plays it's too safe, I think. But saying that, I've said the same for Fulham and Brentford. So the only difference is, at least with West Ham, it's got an appealing collar and appealing sleeves, and they've tried to do something with the shirt. These two are just fucking lazy. Right, and last but not least, we have Wolves. I like how they've gone for a yellow Castor badge. That looks nice. The red on the shirt is a nice shade of red, and the pattern's quite a strange one, but I enjoy it. It looks fine. It carries on down the back as well, which is good to see, because not a lot of shirts do that these days. And the shoulder parts as well being black and with pinstripe yellow gold, I think it looks really nice. Castor just makes simple yet clean kits. It reminds me a bit of Preston's away shirt this year being red with the things on the top. But as far as it goes, yeah, I haven't got a problem. I think it's a great shirt, all things considered. So with that being said, let's reorder them. So the worst shirt, in my opinion, is probably, I don't know, because they're both really poor. I just don't like the badge on Brentford, and to be fair, I don't mind that shade of pink, so I'll probably say Brentford is the worst, then obviously Fulham. In terms of the poor shirts, I'll put Bournemouth down there because, again, the colour and the sore in my eyes. I prefer Burnley over Brighton. On the fine shirts, I'm going to put Chelsea at the top of the spectrum with Arsenal just below them. Followed shortly after by Luton, then Sheffield United. Yeah, that's fine. Great shirts at the top are great. I'm probably going to stick Man City, followed very closely by Man United and Wolves, with Liverpool at the bottom end of the spectrum and Crystal Palace just after. Actually, no, I'll swap them round. And then top end of Chef's Kiss, this is going to be the hard part. I think Tottenham, if they went for simple badges, it probably would be my favourite. But they've gone for that stupid holographic thing. I just hate that. I really do not like it. So I'll keep them at the bottom. So it's between Everton and Villa. And if you want my opinion, as much as I like Everton's, I'm going to give it to Villa. Simply because I just love the design on the shirt. And again, using the Villa colours as well. Just look at it. It's a thing of beauty. I love Everton's, but the fact that it harkens back to a retro shirt, so it's not fully original, I have to mark that down a little bit, unfortunately. It's still a great shirt, but Villa just takes the cake for me. This is spot on. They've done a really good job. So yeah, that has been my ranking of the Premier League away shirts. Best being Villa, worst being Brentford. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.